Hello, welcome to Skywalker Boxing. We got Papi Chunyeyo, 86 Boxing, my co-host Tim Witherspoon Jr., and our special guest, Stacia, the Natural Suttles.
Yeah.
And a hell of an amateur background that you have, Stacia. Three-time Team USA, two-time Golden Gloves in one of the toughest cities, New York City. You're making your pro debut Friday. How you doing?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here and excited to make my pro debut and just talk to you guys about everything that I got going on. So thank you.
Right.
I want to start off. What got you into boxing, Stacia?
So I've been doing like combat sports pretty much my whole life. Like I started karate at 4 years old. My dad put my brother and I in karate. From there, I did taekwondo most of my childhood. I have my black belt in taekwondo. I did basketball, so I've always been athletic as well. Then I went away to college and got away from sports. Kind of like lost myself in a way. Came home from college and was like, all right, I need to get back into sports. And I knew that combat sports was something that I had always done my whole life. So literally just had like a talk with myself and then decided to just try boxing. It was either boxing or going back to taekwondo. My first boxing instructor was actually my neighbor growing up. So I knew that he was into boxing and I just gave him a call and was like, hey, I want to try boxing. And it was like history from there.
Oh, that's wild. So
greatest neighbor story ever right there.
Yeah, that is wild. So so basically you're already a mixed martial. You're a martial artist.
Yeah. I consider myself a martial artist. Yeah.
Yeah. So I consider Boots to be somewhat of a martial artist based off the way that his upbringing was and his family fighting. So I think, man, I can't wait to see what's going on here. So you're getting a late start, so you're not going to have any of the shortcomings of someone who might actually have been boxing all their life. That's
right.
That's going to be incredible.
Yeah. So I started boxing at 18 going on 19. I believe I was 19 at the time already. So it's been 10 years that I've been boxing. And yeah, I think it's been a pro for me that I've started later in life compared to other people. They started at 8, 9 years old. But I had, a wider variety of sports that I did. I did basketball growing up or all in high school. I did skateboarding most of my life as well. Softball, tennis, so I had a wide variety of sports that I like to do. And now I'm able to hone in on boxing, but I have all that other stuff as my background.
You have a lot of amateur accomplishments already, but you sound like you're a very driven person all around. When it comes to your boxing and competing, is it the thrill of the fight that excites you, that motivates you, or is it something outside of boxing that makes you excel in the sport?
Well, first, thank you. And that is a good question. I think honestly, it's a little bit of both. Like I've always been very competitive. Growing up, I've always been very competitive. Like growing up, we had a bunch of kids on our block, and we would always play like two-hand touch football. And I was like one of the only girls playing, and I was very, very competitive. I would be like talking crap to the guys. That's just how I was. I was always like that. I've just always been like that. So now that I'm in boxing, I'm still like that, but now it's more of like, okay, how much can I tone it down to push my skills to be better? Like, I don't want to be a hothead in the ring, even though I know that I can. I know that it's a skill of hit and not get hit. So for me now, it's more of just like developing and being the best person and athlete that I can be. And I know that skill wise, that's where I can do that. So, yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So we know that from amateur boxing to the professional ranks that there's a major difference in how the judging and scoring and things like that work. What have you done to transition from being? Obviously this is your debut fight. You're going to be making progress as you go. But what have you done differently to be able to maybe transition from the amateurs to the pros? Could you maybe explain that process?
Yeah, so I think the main thing is just listening to my coach. He's helped me in the last few years of my amateur just to be the best amateur that I can be, to do my best to try to make the Olympic team. Now that we're transferring over to the pros, he's just helped me to just slow down just a little bit. I don't want to slow down completely, because that's my, that's my advantage, my conditioning. I love to push the pace. I love to be just coming forward. If I need to go back, I can do that, but I like to push the pace. That's just the type of fighter that I am. So being an amateur or pro, I'm going to do that. I'm going to push the pace. But he's showed me that, okay, let's sit down on our punches a little bit more, push the pace. But when you see that they're hurt or they're up against the ropes, don't just, pity pat your punches, actually sit down on your punches, actually turn with your punches, and just be a little bit more detail oriented, I think is the main thing that we've been working on. Instead of just pushing the pace, we're working on just a wider array of things that we're doing in the gym. And hopefully, I believe on Friday, I'm going to be able to display a lot of the things that we've been working on.
Nice. I know we're talking about boxing and everything like that, but I checked out your Instagram too, and you seem very involved in social media and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you right now, and I'm wondering, what camera does this woman have on her, or does she have the lighting right? What's going on? You got the background blurred or something? How did you do that? First of all, because they always say I'm
She's a
sitting in the
businesswoman. I
monitor.
went to her website too.
You
She
know what I mean?
He's involved. Yeah, tell us about your coaching, Stacia.
Are you in IT?
So first, I do have the background blurred, and I do have a light on the side because my lighting is not great in here. But honestly, I've been like editing YouTube videos since I was like 12 years old, 12 or 11. My dad got me my first camera. He was always recording videos at home and stuff. He got me my first camera when I was like 12 or 11. I got my first laptop around that time. So I just learned how to make videos on, what was it, Windows Movie Maker or Microsoft Movie Maker? Like, I don't even know if that's even exists. Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, I used to skateboard a lot too. So that's where a lot of my editing and filmmaking like ideas come from. I just love having an idea and filming it and then working on it and seeing it through. So that's just, I don't know, I just always enjoyed it. And my dad spoke, I could have like the crappiest video and he would be like, wow, you could be a movie maker. Like he would always speak positive affirmations to me. So it just motivated me to continue making videos. So that's why I have my YouTube channel that I have now. I started that in 2016, a year or 2 years after I started boxing, literally just to show my journey and everything that I got going on with my boxing. Haven't been the most consistent, but I am happy that I have it. I can look back on videos like literally 8 years ago, 7 years ago, and just be like, wow, look how far I've come. So I really love it. And same thing with social media. I just know how important it is from the skateboarding background that I have. And I just knew even from a young age, like social media is going to be big. So even from the beginning of my boxing journey, I just knew like, let me just share as much as I can. I don't care, what people think of it. I just want to share and get it out there.
Man, you have no idea. I haven't known Tim very long, but I do know one thing about Tim is that he advocates for boxers to connect with the outside world and the community. And what you're doing and what you have been doing is exactly what he always advocates for.
It was the first thing that caught my eye.
Wow, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not easy, but in a way it is. It's something that I've always done. It's something that I love to do. And I think the hard part for me is not oversharing. I think in the beginning of my journey, I was oversharing things, and then it kind of got to me like just I don't want to say pressure, but just the words of outside influence kind of got to me. So now I distance myself from social media, but I share what I want. I'm more smart about what I'm sharing, and I'm not letting outside influence get to me personally.
Right.
Yeah, because it is a thin line, right? Because you have opponents that are watching you, what you're doing, and a lot of competition. And one of the things that I want, and I'm on YouTube all the time. I want to know how you feel about a certain person that uses YouTube to kind of battle other fighters. This is why I call her a little bit of a internet bully. Clarissa Shields.
Yeah,
So you, and earlier on, you kind of said that you like to kind of talk a little bit. You got a little bit of that side to you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, first of all, Clarissa Shields as a boxer, and second of all, her social media presence?
Okay. So I have a lot of respect for Clarissa Shields. She's honestly one of the people that really helped me to even start boxing. I saw her in the Olympics in 2012.
Yeah.
I didn't watch her in the Olympics, but I watched like her leading up to the Olympics, and I watched a few videos on YouTube because I'm huge into YouTube. That's like all I watch is YouTube videos. So I first saw her or heard of her when she was heading into the Olympics, and that's what like sparked my interest in boxing in general. I had no interest in boxing until I saw like, oh wow, women are in the Olympics. Oh wow, Clarissa Shields. Like, so that's what really sparked my interest, or one of the things that sparked my interest. And so I have nothing but respect for Clarissa Shields. I first met her in 2016 when I first won USA National Championships. And that was after her second Olympic run. And so, again, nothing but respect for her. She's helped me tremendously, giving me tips and support. So, again, nothing but respect for her. But I do think that as far as her social media presence, it could be better, but I also think it's gotten a lot better over the years. And I think that just comes with maturity. I think it comes with the support, the people around you supporting you. And I think it also comes with just like knowing yourself and really not caring about what other people have to say. You know, she grew up in boxing, a very male dominated sport. I don't know exactly her background, but I know that growing up in, Michigan can't be the easiest. Flint, Michigan can't be the easiest. So I don't know. I can't really speak too much on how she goes about certain things because I'm not her, I think she's doing the best that she can, just like all of us are doing the best that we can, so.
Do you think she could beat Keith Thurman?
No. I don't think she can beat Keith Thurman. But who knows? Maybe she can beat Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman's not training.
Right.
That's funny. Hey, so I see you're well spoken. This is not your first rodeo. Where's that from? Is it just from being on the amateur circuit, or the fact that you've done a lot of things in a lot of sports and it's allowed you to kind of have that exposure and be able to handle media obligations, etc.?
Yeah, that's a good question. Honestly, it's not fake. It's just my upbringing. My parents, my dad was like a very strong advocate on me talking quote unquote correctly. So growing up, I would get made fun of like, oh, you talk white or you talk this way or that way. But I just talk how I talk, this is just my dad talks exactly like this. So this is just how I am. Yeah.
Well, you're opening up another can of worms and a totally different aspect of interview. But when you get around certain friends,
yeah,
is there another side to Stacia that we're not seeing right now?
I mean,
don't lie.
Yeah, there's another side, but it's still me. Like I might not talk as proper, but I'm still gonna talk this way. Like I'm not, yeah. So
okay, it's time for an intervention, y'all. I gotta put y'all up on some game. I don't want to catch y'all slipping. You feel me, Skywalker? Josh just mentioned the term. He said well spoken.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
For everybody that look like everybody that don't look like the four people off to the right, but never say to a black person or a brown person that you're well spoken. All right. That's a bad thing. We got these. You see this X, you know what that means. It's Ernest X is out. Okay? We ain't trying to hear no talk about Kamala. The first thing you say about black woman, we slap this. All right, so I'm giving y'all these lessons early. Anyways, aside from all that Ernest X talk, because I'm here for it now. It's a wrap. When you are okay, let me say this a different way. So let's say somebody just decides to get at you with like a rap beef on the YouTube, right? Let's just would you go as far as to make a rap video to get back at them? Okay. I just want to know what level of petty you'd be willing to go to, because we see that the trash that's out there, you get the Jake Pauls of the world, and they're making millions of dollars from being internet trolls, but we know it comes with that.
Yeah.
So I would just like to know what level of pettiness that you have in you, where you're willing to go to.
That's a good.
Oh man, that's so okay. A YouTube or like a rap video? No, I'm not. No, that's another lane that I am staying far away from. I cannot do that. Like, I'm not even gonna lie about it. But I might make like an Instagram reel or something. I might do that. But that's about it. You know, something slight, or like maybe something that like Floyd Mayweather does. He puts like his opponents on the heavy bag and puts the X and pretends and stuff. I might do something like that, but
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Show them.
Yeah,
I'm ready. Now, am I correct in that you're born in Philly?
No, so I'm born in New York, Watertown, New York. It's a small town.
I've been to Watertown.
I'm from the Bronx. You've been to
You're from the Bronx. Okay. On box record it says Philly for some reason.
Yeah, so I live in Philly now, but I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah, so always interrupt the Bronx, from the Bronx, love the Bronx.
Boogie down.
Yep, the boogie down. I live in Philly now. I've been living here for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Not too far from Tim there. Hey.
Yeah.
Right. We have the same conditioning coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I've been working with him for over a year now, almost 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you work with Bozy at all?
So no, I don't work with Bozy anymore. I did train with him for a little while, but he's got so many guys over there. But again, nothing but respect that he has a few girls over there. O'Shea Jones, I go over there to spar with her when she has camps coming up, or when she has camps. I train with her, and man, that is like the best work I get. So it's really good. And anytime I can get over to his gym, it's nothing but love. He always invites me over there, so it's good.
Where are you primarily training at in Philly?
I train at Team Chaos with Eric Harding.
Yeah, I go over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
hey y'all, we got a problem.
Yeah, what's that?
We have a problem. We are dealing with someone who's like of the stand. You guys know, remember Patrick Day?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Patrick Day's he's rest in peace. He passed. Both of his parents were like doctors or something like that. And he never grew up hard or tough or anything like that. And he boxed for the love of the sport. You get what I'm saying? And what we understand about boxing and promotion is it seems like they take people that are a certain type of way and try to make them be something that they aren't, like a villain, in order to get promotion. But I'm telling you right now, if I see you out there acting crazy and trying to play the villain, I don't think that's you. You can get to the top without having to play the villain role and acting crazy out there like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I definitely do. Because like as soon as I said I was going to be turning pro, people around me were like, all right, you got to like turn it up, or you have to do certain things to get promoted or things like that. You know, I'm going to do whatever I can to stay as true as I can to myself. Like I said, I do like to talk crap. That's how I've always been. So it might come out a little bit. I might show a little bit of that side, but
you can do it while speaking well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's true. Yes.
You don't have to switch up.
That's refreshing.
Very true.
So I have a question, because I might be a little bit ignorant to women's boxing a little bit. Is women's boxing still in the Olympics?
Yeah, so women's boxing is still in the Olympics, and it actually just got in the Olympics in 2012. That was the first year it was in the Olympics. So it was our third year.
My next question is, it's coming up. if you were trying to go that route, what made you decide to turn pro over staying around and trying to make it onto the Olympic team?
Yeah, good question. Because so after the Olympic trials in this past December, I was dead set on staying amateur for another 4 more years and then maybe going pro after that. But honestly, two main factors for me. One is my age. I'm 29. So going pro at possibly 34, it would have been okay. You know, a lot of people do it. A lot of people are still pro at 34, but it's just not the route that I wanted to go. I have, you know, a girlfriend that I soon want to be married to. You know, I have my parents who live in New York that are getting older, and I want to be around them as much as I can. My grandmother as well, who I want to be around as much as I can. I had a great aunt. She passed in 2022, literally the week that I decided to go all in with boxing. And that kind of opened up my eyes and my perspective to just like what I want to give to boxing and how much balance I want to have in my life. Going the Olympic route is like you're all in with boxing. There is nothing else that can get in the way with that. So, you know, and I had the option. I was at the Olympic Training Center just 3 months ago, and they were like, listen, you want to stay amateur? We got you. But I would have to be in Colorado 8 to 10 months out of the year. I'd have to be traveling the world, which 4 years ago would have been a dream to me. I would have been over the moon. But now at this point in my life is just not something that I want to do. I want to be home. I want to train, but I want to have a lot more balance in my life. I teach boxing as well. Well, I do more than that. I teach children and adults social and emotional skills through boxing. And if I go the Olympic route, there's less opportunity for me to do that. Now, with me going pro, I have a bit more time on my hands. I'm teaching at summer camps. I'm teaching in after school programs. I have flexibility to do seminars. And I also have the time to go see my parents on the weekends if I want to, be around my girlfriend and things of that nature. So going the pro route for me at this stage and point in my life was the best decision and is the best decision for me.
Right.
So cool. At 29. So I wonder, you might have run across Stephanie Simon while you were out there as well. Huh?
Oh yeah, yep,
yeah. She's 29 as well, and it's going to be turning pro.
We've actually fought twice.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm 0-2 against her, but hopefully I'll get it back in the pros. I will get it back in the pros for sure. But
hey, get it in.
Great boxer.
Now, I will say this. You don't have to say it, but we know that as far as that Olympic path is not just about wins and losses, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about wins and losses. So that's one of the, I guess you can say, kind of turnoffs in some sense, in terms of you can be there at the Olympic qualifiers, gain victories, whatever it may be. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be the person representing the U.S. at the Olympics. So I get what you're saying there, with a lot just being tied to it, which is not just straight up what you're doing right there in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was a point in time just last Olympic cycle where you win the Olympic trials, you are the person that's going to be representing Team USA. They've changed it, and I'm not going to lie, you know, it kind of was to my benefit because I did have a repertoire or a good image with USA Boxing. You know, I started with them in 2017 when it was the old rules, and I won my place fair and square. And, you know, I won my first international tournament. I won gold, which was the biggest international tournament in Europe. It's second to World Championship. So, you know, I did really, really well, and their new rules did favor me. I will not lie, but I also, my skill and my what I bring to the table was something that can't be, you know, you cannot deny it. I'm a great athlete. I showed up every single day in training. I did not beat Stephanie Simon, but I did do my best every single time. And from each fight, I got better and better. You know, I do think that the rules that USA Boxing have are a bit prejudiced, but at the same time, their goals are to win. Their goals are to win gold. And what they're doing are what a lot of the other national or the other countries are doing. So, you know, it sucks. It does suck. I understand. It's crappy for a lot, but I get what they're doing.
I got a question from the audience, Stacia, from Champ Ross. Yes, the question says, being high-level amateur system in Colorado Springs, who are some of the young ladies you could turn into some good professionals? What names should we look besides yourself, Stacia?
Yeah, I think Morel McCain, I mean, without a doubt, I think she's going to win a medal for sure, possibly, probably gold. She's a great boxer. I think she's going to do well in the pros. She's a little bit light for 147, so we'll see how she does, but I think she's going to transition well into the pros. And then Jen Lozano, I think her last name is. I think she fights at 112 or 110. Man, she is good. And I think she's going to medal in the Olympics as well. But when she turns over to the pros, she's going to be really, really good. Hopefully she gets a good team behind her, a good promoter that can really push her well. But she's going to be a top pro.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you gained any interest from larger promotional companies as far as things like TV appearances? Because, like if we look at someone like a Lomachenko, like we didn't know who he was until ESPN started gassing him up, and they were like, "Oh, this is the greatest amateur guy ever," and he gets a championship fight in his second fight. Like,
yeah,
you receive like some of that type of love.
Yeah. Yeah, good question. I've gotten some interest, but I'm going to be honest, not as much as I thought I would have when I decided to turn over and pursue professionals. I think a lot of it is that I am a woman. There still isn't much recognition in women's boxing, not much for respect for women in boxing, unfortunately, despite us doing the same work. And oftentimes more work, it is very, very difficult to be a female boxer in a male-dominated sport for many, many different reasons. But I think that after my pro debut and after a few fights, I think the recognition will be there. I think the offers will be there. And not that I don't have any. I do have offers, but I think the bigger offers, the bigger promoters, they're going to be coming because I mean it's unmatched, the skill that I have. As you guys said, I'm good in interviews, and at the same time, I think that I am going to be, if not, I am the best at 140. I'm going to be able to dominate that division, and then I'm going to take over 147. So it's only time will tell.
Nice.
Yeah, no doubt.
Being with Team Chaos over there at the gym with Bob Kane and them, have you thought about Team Combat League and actually have you tried out, or is that something that you consider?
So I know about Team Combat League. I was actually invited to try out for the New York team last year. I didn't do it because, again, I was pursuing the Olympics, and I knew that if I had done that, it would, one, take away from me trying for the Olympics, but two, it would eliminate me for the Olympics because then I would be pro. This year, the same thing. Philadelphia wanted me to try out, and I was still at that time set on trying for the Olympics. So I said no. But then a few weeks ago, actually, Bob was like, "Hey, we need you. We need you at 146 because a few things happened with their girls." And I thought about it, but I decided not to do it just because I really want to pursue just my pro career. I knew that I would have a pro fight. My pro debut would be coming soon. I didn't want anything to get in the way of that. If I had gotten injured or anything would have happened, I just didn't want to risk it knowing that a pro debut was soon going to be happening. So I decided not to. It's an interesting concept. It's cool to watch. I don't know if I would ever do it.
Let me just ask you a couple of questions here real quick because my understanding about that is that they pay these guys like a salary. Is that still?
Yeah, so I did hear about that, but I don't box for the money. So
that was going to be my next question.
Ooh.
do for money because you don't need it. That's what that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't need it. Of course, I like money. I would
She's
like.
trying to backtrack. She spoke.
No,
too
no, no.
long.
It's not that. It's like it's one of those things where, am I going to, boxing is a risk in general. So my pro debut, that's what I want to risk. I want to risk my health and things on my, I don't want to say legitimate pro career, but that's kind of what it is. I want to risk it on my legitimate professional career. I want to do it the quote unquote correct way and go about it the way that I see is the best way for me. I don't want, to go in there for one round, go all out, suffer some sort of injury. The girl that they were trying to replace me with, she broke her hand, so just, I didn't want to take that risk knowing that I can do it in a smarter way. And what do I do for money? I teach children and adults social emotional skills. That is my bread and butter right there. Anyone can teach boxing, but what I do is I teach something that people need for life. They need it for adulthood. They need it for childrenhood. They need it for life. These are skills that are going to help.
That sometimes we need it on the show.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, it's important. It's important for sure. So, the money was very, very enticing. And that would have been the only reason I was doing Team Combat League. And when I really thought about it, if I'm doing anything for just money, it's not worth it.
Right.
I'm with you.
Man, she just blew my whole three questions.
I know, but I feel you. I feel you 100% because we have a team in DC, and I spoke with some people about it who box on it from here, and I've had my own thoughts surrounding it. And I think there are pros and cons, of course, but I don't know if the pros outweigh the cons, from my perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's exactly what it was for me. I'm very much let me write out a pros and cons list. Let me actually think it out. So when I make my decision, I'm not going to have any regrets because I know that I made the decision with all the knowledge that I have, and I'm making the best decision with the knowledge that I have. So that was my whole thing. And I, multiple chances, Bob has reached out to me multiple times, like, hey, we need you, get on the team. Come on. And I'm not going to budge.
I think I'm on your side because we remember watching Hasim Rahman on there, and his stock. The biggest problem with that, you're getting paid, you're doing one round, but if you look bad in that one round, your stock goes down.
Yep. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's probably the biggest danger of doing that if you're going to be pursuing a pro career. But some people use it as another part of training for them, or a way to supplement in between fights. But I think that the chances of your stock going down is too much, and if you're going to do that, do it in a fight that really matters, that counts.
Yeah, I agree. And, I want to be active, but fighting every week isn't the active that I want. I'd rather get really good sparring and stay as active as I can. So once I get my pro debut out of the way this Friday, I'm hoping to stay as active as possible after that.
Where's the fight located?
So the fight's going to be in Atlantic City at the Tropicana Hotel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thinking about making my way up there. I don't know. I'm enticed by it now. Interviewing you now makes me want to come up there, check you out for sure.
Yes, come on out. It's going to be a good
this
fight.
Week?
Yep, this week, Friday. 26. It's going to be a good fight. I'm going to be looking good. The outfit is looking good. So it's going to be worth the watch for sure.
Let me know, Ernest. You try to make the way up there. Let me know.
Man, bro, we just spent a couple racks going to the Boost fight. Hey, I'm on a budget. I need some of these crystals to start flying.
Hey, Top Rank's coming to Albuquerque next week.
Oh yeah,
Atlantic City, man.
What did you say? I'm sorry, Tim.
So who's the main event on the card?
The main event is Otto Wallen. I don't know who he's fighting, but yeah, he's a good fighter. So he's going to be the main event.
Nice. What's the company?
Excuse me, sorry.
The promotional company. Who's throwing the?
Yeah, so it's Boxing Insider Promotions. Kind of a small promoter out of New York, but he's had I think 2 cards in Jersey now, so he's kind of spreading out.
Yeah, I looked that up, and I know they have a site. They post articles, things of that nature. I know somebody. I know he used to write for them. I don't know if he still does or whatnot. So I thought that was pretty awesome to see their. I don't know exactly their origins, but I always knew them as a site. They would cover boxing with the number of articles, things of that nature. And I'm sure, of course, YouTube and all that stuff. So it was pretty cool to see. I did look that up. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, so like I said, I grew up in the Bronx. I started training at a few different gyms, and Morris Park Boxing Club was the first gym I trained at. Eventually, one of the gyms I trained at was Mendez Boxing Gym, and that's how I have a lot of different connections with a lot of the just media and just a lot of, because they used to have a lot of media workouts there. So long story short, yeah, Boxing Insider, they did a lot of just interviews and things of that nature. And then they spread out to starting their own shows and promotional companies. So a lot of the people that are on that fight card, some of them train in New York, some of them are in Jersey, but the promoter knows of me from my amateur days.
Awesome.
Man, you don't understand how refreshing this is. Like, this is really refreshing having a conversation with you, right? Because you haven't been hit in the head a billion times since she was 5. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's firing. This is like, you know what I'm saying? The coils are firing on all cylinders right now.
I'm offended.
That's funny.
And I was thinking, I'm sitting here thinking, man, they never said I spoke well.
Oh man,
you good.
Oh man, what's crazy? I just saw a video on YouTube, and it was comparing. I forget which boxer, but it was a heavyweight boxer, and it was just comparing him from like 30 years ago to like now, and just his slurred speech now, and how sharp he was, years ago versus now. It really opened my eyes. Yeah, it really opened my eyes.
My uncle had a pugilistic dementia really bad. He passed away.
Wow.
His name was Bobby Chacon, but he fought 15-round wars back in the 80s. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame before he passed away, though.
The linguistic thing is not, you know how blind people are able to make up for their sight loss, being able to hear better, or their other senses are enlightened, because boxers, their reflexes are good. You might not be able to help, speak on a Harvard level, but I bet you won't talk smack to them. You feel me?
Right.
Listen, Stacia, we, I personally was really hounded Skywalker about when we had Women's History Month. I was like, bro, we got to start putting some respect on the ladies. And we had a show that was featuring all ladies, man. And promise us you'll come back after the fight, win, lose, or draw. If we can get the fight and replay it, we go over it. We have conversations about it. We talk about these things. We give constructive criticism, and we also love to promote fighters. We have our favorite fighters, but we definitely, we're honest people, and we're here for the love of the sport, and we want to help push it and promote safety. I just wanted to get those things out there. So definitely make sure you come back to us, because we're going to have some questions for you, because we own you now.
Yeah, I definitely will. I'll definitely be back. And like I said, I really appreciate you guys having me. Thank you so much. Like, I really do.
No, that's awesome. You're easy to root for, especially having this conversation. Like I said, well spoken, but what I said was media trained. Like, this is not her first rodeo right here. This is not. So I think that's an awesome thing right there, and you're someone we can stand behind for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you got extra room on them trunks, we got some logos that'll fit real nice on there.
Oh man! Well, for my pro debut, I'm out of room, but next time for sure, I got you.
Already?
Yeah, we're gonna hit you up.
That's that social media presence.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, you gotta get it in early. As soon as I put that post out, you gotta tap in.
Hey, I got one sponsor that'll take you to a whole other level.
Okay, bet.
It's just something that a lot of people don't know about. I've been kind of holding this one tight, and I'll shoot everybody the information on the side.
Okay, bet.
But it's a black woman that's running this business.
Okay, all right, even better. Better.
Oh, yeah.
Business. We love that.
Definitely. Oh, we got you for sure.
Uh-oh, here go Raheem trying
Yeah,
to
Prose's in the house. Buddy, man, he's a boxing arms dealer.
Yeah, man.
He wants to know what kind of gloves you're wearing.
Oh man, I'm only wearing the best. I'm wearing the best. I'm wearing Rival.
Oh, Rival. There you
go. Raheem, that's a shot, bro.
I'm sorry. What kind of gloves Raheem want me to wear?
Yes. Prose. Hey,
Prose.
What are they?
Prose. They can have a little diamond on them.
Oh, okay. I've heard of those gloves. Hey, I mean, I've never tried them. If you want to send them to me and let me try them, I'll try them out in training and let you know.
Hey, there it goes, right there.
And he's doing uniforms too.
Okay.
Yeah, he does uniforms, fits, everything. Anything you need, he's got it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, again, tap in. Let me know. I'd love to try them. I tried Rival throughout my whole camp, so that's one of the main reasons why I'm going to be wearing them during my fight too. So.
Not just that though. He's around in the community with a truck, spreading. Yeah. He's mobile, spreading boxing around his home.
Yeah.
He's got a gym in New Jersey too that he's training.
Yeah.
A full gym.
He's doing a lot for the community and stuff.
Wow. All right. Yeah, that's even better because that's really what I'm about too. Just spreading the love of boxing, helping people in the community as well. My last national tournament, I partnered up with a women's initiative in New Jersey, Legacy Boxing Club, and they have a big women's boxing program and girls boxing program, and they sponsored me, but I also helped them to just bring more women and girls to their program as well. So I'm all about that.
Hey, here's an idea. A lot of boxers decide they want to come out with whoever their favorite rappers are and this and that. Why not once you make it big, why not have some like maybe a little parade of women that come from the women's shelters. There's a lot of women's shelters in the inner cities where they have to go. They've been beaten. They're, these different things like that. You could actually help put a spotlight on that. You know what I mean? Like I'm out here whooping ass because they was whooping their ass type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
At the very least, be a spokeswoman. Isn't Morel? Doesn't he do it for autism? Is that his name?
Oh yeah, I've seen him do some. Yeah, there are a couple others.
They have like a
little puzzle piece, colored puzzle piece type.
Just before I leave, I got one more question for you, Stacia. So tomorrow will really mark fight week. All right.
Yeah.
So we know that you have, a little bit of training to do still. A lot of thoughts going on in your mind and everything. What are you doing to prepare yourself fight week to be sharp and prepared mentally on fight night?
Yeah. I think I'm trying not to switch up too many things. I think camp has been going well. So the things that I've been doing in camp, I'm just going to continue to do, mainly like continue to stay on my sleep routine, which is important. My meditations and just like my visualizations, I do a lot of that. And I also do a lot of journaling. So just trying to stay on top of that and really just visualizing fight night. Now that I know who my opponent is, I know, who she is, what's going to be brought in front of me. I'm just going to do my best to just visualize fight night as much as possible, like I've been doing in camp, but now I can be a little bit more specific. And then just, in the gym, just trying to stay sharp. And then most importantly, getting my weight down so I can make weight. So,
right. You consider yourself a film junkie?
No, I don't consider myself a film junkie. I'm not going to lie. I don't. I do watch film, but I won't consider myself a film junkie.
All right.
Yeah.
Prose asked for a link, but I know that we're almost to the end of the interview. He might just want to say something to you, but I dropped it in the chat if you want to hop on real quick, Raheem.
I gotta bounce, Sky.
Right,
but this is a great episode, man. We got a lot of information. Stacia, good luck on Friday. I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate it.
No problem. And guys, I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
See you.
Yeah, Stacia, you blew up my typically I ask boxers that we haven't spoken to previously to kind of rank the things that are most important for them, and it starts with belts, legacy, and money, and it just seems like you went ahead and took the money thing and just
Yeah.
So for the other two, which one would you? There's no right or wrong answer. It just kind of gives the audience an idea of like what to expect from a person. Like if you think the person's going to be out there, you know, they're just going to, it's prize fighting. I got to go make this money to put food on the plate. Or, you know, I'm trying to be great in the sport and I want all these belts. I want my name stamped in history. And some people, it seems like it's all of the above. It just, you know, so for you, so since money's last, right? So so now we're talking about legacy and belts.
Yeah.
Which one do you rank above the other?
Yeah, so I do want to say money is important still. You know, I don't want to be fighting for nothing. And I want to be smart about what I'm doing because I don't want to box forever. I want to kind of get in and get out. You know, I kind of have a timeline in my own mind of how long I'll be boxing professionally. So I do want to be smart about it and I want to make my money and I want to be able to get out. So money is still very much important, but it's not the most important factor. So I would say, I want to say legacy first and then belts, but they can kind of go, you know, either or for me because kind of like belts bring the legacy in a way, but also, you know, you can have the legacy, but then people can be like, oh, she was great, but she didn't have any belts. She didn't have any championships.
Yeah.
So I would say they're really, really close and either one could be either or. But like I said, my plan is very simple. I'm going to take over 140. And that means getting all the belts. So eventually I'm planning on fighting Chantel Cameroon and taking all those belts from her, you know, because I know that she's going to more than likely get them from Katie Taylor at some point. So that's my plan. And then I'm planning on taking over 147. You know, I know all the top dogs in the women's division are at 147. So once I'm there, I'm planning on getting through them and going away with that. So
hey, listen, you're gonna have to jump in the deep end real quick because I mean they're gonna.
That's a hot division.
Yeah. I know
140 is hot.
Yeah, I know 147 is a hot division, and that is honestly why I decided to start at 140 to get my feet wet, to really develop as a boxer, and then go into 147. Because as a woman boxer, we don't get the same opportunities that men do. Men get to take it real slow for 15, 20 fights, and then they get their first challenge. Women, we get a challenge in our first, second, third fight, you know?
Right.
So it was a smart move for me to go to 140. I can make 140. I feel comfortable at 140. So it made sense for me to start at 140, get my feet wet, develop, then jump into 147, where I know I'm not going to be able to just, you know, coast through.
Yeah. This is Raheem, a pro say. He wants to show you his gloves.
Yes, sir. I see those. Those are looking sharp. Okay.
Black and yellow.
Yes, sir. Yes. Nice.
You're gonna send us some gloves, Raheem?
Yeah, you got to send me some so I can try them out. Those are nice.
Yeah.
I like
There
those.
we go.
There's no doubt about it.
Okay. You got the outfits to match. All right.
All love it.
I see.
We're not playing no games over here.
Yeah, he can do whatever you want, whatever you like. He can, if you picture it, he can make it happen. He's a designer like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He put tassels on your socks too.
Hey,
got the duffel, everything right there.
Okay, duffel bag and everything. I see you. No, that's cool. I definitely have seen your gloves before. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen them around the gym. I personally haven't tried them yet. So
right here with the source.
Yeah. So we gotta link up so you can send me a few pairs and I can try them out.
Yeah, more. He's got the black and red. Look.
Okay.
Hey, man, Raheem was the hardest work. I'm telling you, he's like an arms dealer,
hard.
man. Yeah.
He gives this phone number to everybody.
He did Tony Starks of boxing.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Hey, that would be.
Hey, you want to say anything? Because we're gonna be ending this soon, brother. Or he wants to show us some more stuff. Raheem.
Okay. That's
not the snakes. Not the snake skin joints.
Right. The whole outfit.
The alligator. You got
gator.
You got an alligator.
Like some gator right there.
Oh, he's the
and
best.
We still wait. Hey man, we can't call it a pickle protector when we're talking about the ladies. We're gonna call that.
Do you already have an outfit, Stacia?
Yeah, so I already have an outfit made. The fight was kind of made really short notice, so I had to get everything done really, really quickly. But yeah, I got my outfit made. It's gonna look good. So
Nice.
yeah, like I said, July 26th, definitely tune in because if you're not gonna like my boxing, you'll at least like the outfit.
Short notice.
Hey, well,
Who's in on your behalf or on the opponent?
On the opponent, it took a while for us to find an opponent. I knew about the date for a while, but it took a little minute for us to find an opponent. But once we found the opponent, then it was like, okay, we're finally locked in. We're ready. So.
Oh, that sound like KO about 3 to me.
well, you know how it goes. They look at their resume. Not everybody wants their work, despite what you might think.
Yeah,
body.
Yeah, we reached out to a lot of opponents, and unfortunately, because of my amateur background, a lot of people said no. So
yes.
Oh yeah, and you're 5'9", right?
Yep, I'm 5'9", very tall.
So hey, everybody ain't ready for that.
Yeah,
And 147. See, that's tall for the men's division.
Starting out 140.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gabriela Fandora, she knows how to use that height, man. Fandora's sister.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, got the hand wraps too. Okay.
Hey man, listen, we can knock the meat off them bones too, man. Fandora's sister can get it too.
Yeah, I mean, hey, she can come up to
Gabby,
140.
She's a featherweight too, I think. I think she's a 126.
Yeah, she's tall for like 120.
Yeah, she is.
Crazy.
All offense right there.
She got a whole bunch of gaps in her game.
Yeah. So for me, like, I'm a tall fighter, so the goal is to stay on the outside, but I can bang. So, whatever style is in front of me, I'm gonna make the most of it, and I'm gonna give the fans a show. Like I want to hit and not get hit, but I'm also about giving the fans a show. So
you hear that? Giving the fans a show. There's some boxers who can learn about that right there.
Yes.
Josh is ripping the scab off the wound, boy.
Right. We're not gonna name no names.
I'm not saying any names. No, yeah, you're right. Not naming any names,
See, the problem with Pro Stay is he helps out a lot of fighters, but a lot of fighters don't reciprocate the love back. They don't make any kind of videos if he sends them a set of gloves, and so stuff costs money to send out, but it's to a point where we send stuff out and people don't make or they'll make like this a thank you video, but like not he wants a video of a person hitting the bags, promoting his brand, and that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem that he's having.
Well, she's in the videography. There you
That's
go.
what I'm saying, Raheem. She's good with the social media, brother.
Yeah, I'm all about that. I mean, my first sponsor, they thought I was just trying to get things out of them, but it was like, no, I genuinely like your gloves, so I'm gonna promote it. I don't care if you're paying me or not. At the time, now it's a little different, but
yeah.
If you're sending me gloves, I'm gonna post them. Especially if I like them for sure, and I'm gonna be honest about it. So that's the most important thing. Me being honest, and if I like them, I'm gonna post them and share them for sure. Yes, sir. Those are looking good.
All the colors. Do you have a favorite color? Do you have a favorite color?
Yeah, I like blue. My favorite color is blue for sure.
There it is.
Okay.
Right. The white and blue. Those are really sharp. I like the white and blue.
You heard that? Favorite color, blue.
Yes, sir.
We're not. Hey, listen, man. We're not trying to see sex.
I'm gonna send you her Instagram, Raheem.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But if you guys can tune in to my fight on Friday, July 26th, I would much appreciate it. The fights start at 7 p.m. I'm going to be, I think, about 4 or 5, a little bit later in the card. So, again, I'm really looking forward to it. So if you guys can tune in, I'm going to be posting the live stream link real soon on my Instagram account. If not, I look forward to being back on. So you guys can either watch the fight then and review it and things of that nature. It's going to be good. So.
No, that's dope right there. Certainly gonna be tuning in one way or another, whether that's in person or via live stream.
Yeah.
So many decisions to make.
That's Trunks the good.
Yes.
It's the same distance from here to Philly.
Right.
That's a journey.
Yeah.
It's perfect because, like I said, I'm from New York. I live in Philly now. The fight's in Jersey, so it's right in the middle. So I'm gonna have people from Jersey, people from Philly, people from New York. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
The Pro Say got the blue and white joints over there to the side.
That's what's up right there. New York, holding it down. Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna tap in with you for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, the next one.
I'm putting that on display. Yeah. Got to see what's up right now. You know.
So have you?
Yo,
you ever-
listen, hold, listen, man. Where is the CEO of Rival at?
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Where is he at?
Hey, I don't know.
What's his name?
Russ Amber.
What's his phone number?
I don't even have his number for real.
Last time you seen him?
Not I haven't seen him in person.
You been on a YouTube stream with him?
Nope.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Hey, Raheem, don't start no trouble, man.
He doesn't
Don't
start
start no trouble, man.
I guess he likes you though, Stacia. He likes you. He likes you. He says that.
Cool.
Yeah. I just
Cool.
hey, they send me the gloves. I train with them all camp. So I'm gonna just go with what I know and wear them for my pro fight. But like I said, you send me those gloves, I'm gonna train in them. I'll see what they're about, and if I like them, we'll keep moving forward.
This is only the beginning.
Right,
Yep.
exactly.
What she say her favorite color was?
Blue.
Hey, I do need some quick wraps for real because sometimes it's a bit much having to wrap
Does
my
Rival
hands.
make quick raps? Does Rival make quick raps?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even give you an answer on that one.
Quick raps.
Have I what?
Have you ever seen any?
I have, yeah.
What they look like?
There's a company in the UK that makes them.
No, Rival.
Oh, Rival. I don't know. I don't know about Rival.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a cease and desist letter from the bad boys talking about, hey man. Hey,
Yeah, I don't know about Rival, but hey, like I said, I'm just a boxer. People send me the gloves and the gear, and I try them out. That's what I'm about.
That's right.
Yeah. Nice.
But I
Know what they
appreciate you
say?
coming on and let me see all the stuff that you got for sure.
Hey, you know what they say? Look good, feel good. Feel good, fight good.
Yep.
Fight good, win feel good too, I guess you could say. Celebration, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny. I put a lot of effort into
where
my
you
gym outfits, and people are like, "Why do you do that?" Hey, because you feel good, you train good.
No, that's your opportunity right there. You got to show up and show out for sure. You got to put effort into it. You're not just a regular person.
Right.
You can't hear me?
What'd you
Go
say,
ahead.
sir?
Where are you fighting in New Jersey? Where?
Oh, Atlantic City.
When?
July 26th at the Tropicana. It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
this Friday. Yep.
What promotional company is that?
Boxing Insider.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, Larry Goldberg is the person behind it.
Yeah, I heard of it before. Because I'm in New Jersey as well.
Okay, yeah, hey, you got to come out then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday, 7
Yeah.
p.m.
I might start some trouble if I come.
Man, I need some media passes, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I think you can still get them. I don't
Boxing
think.
Insider. Hey, I got the info right there. Papi Junior, yo.
Papi Jun Yayo. You feel
I got you. I'm gonna hit you up.
Yeah.
It's definitely not too late. I know, they love to have media there, so it'll
Yeah,
be
but
good.
if I get some media passes, that's a little bit different.
I'm gonna send you some info to hit them up. We might have to roll up there. Come through
Yeah.
DC. Then we can just hightail it right there.
Right. In and out. There you go. I'm gonna be spending the night staying out on the beach the next day, so I'll be out there a little bit.
That's gonna be what's up. I'm doing it. I'm looking to it right now.
Yes, sir.
Pro say the hardest working man in boxing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, man, I was trying to chill, man. This might take me back. I'm about to start a glove war.
Oh man.
I'm about to reignite it.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, like I said, I'm looking forward to trying the gloves. So I don't know what war you got going on, but I'm a singular party.
Somebody asked me.
The gloves.
Matter of fact, Leon Muhammad asked me not to go at Rival.
Mm.
Man, Leon go with everybody.
He asked me not to go at Rival. I went. I was going at Reyes, Grant, Everlast, Raheem. I know the guy. That's my man. All right. But after tonight, man.
Hey, might end up with a rival.
Exactly. That's what I want. I want. You know what I mean?
Hey, your brand's getting bigger, bro. A lot of people are recognizing the diamond, man. Even Stacia said she recognized.
Yeah,
Sometimes-
I definitely recognize them. I've seen them in my own gym. I know people that use those gloves and train in them and everything. So
Sometimes the CEOs be chilling on
Where
on
do you train?
unsteady land.
Where do you train?
I train at Team Chaos in Philly.
Team Chaos. I know definitely some people down there got pro se stuff though. I know that for a fact.
So Team Combat League actually trains out of that gym in Philly, Team Chaos.
Venom.
Mhm.
Venom. I'm about to go at Venom. Venom too. I pay attention to what be going on with these gloves. I pay attention.
Yeah.
What fight is this of yours? This your first fight, second fight? What is it?
Yep, it's gonna be my pro debut.
So I could get, you know what? I could kind of give you a pass then. I could give
There we go. Okay, I'm happy about that.
Oh, I thought you had a couple fights already. Oh, okay.
No, first fight, and like I said, I'm just a boxer. People give me the gloves, I try them out, and that's about it. My manager has a connection with rivals, so.
I'm about to go with your manager.
But hey, after I try your gloves, she might be like, "Hey, this is the connection we really need for real." So who knows?
You have a female manager?
A female manager, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's good stuff.
Very cool. Hey, how you doing, Miss? I'm Al Rahim.
Hey man, hey, you ever played poker with women, Raheem? Man, they hard to read, bro.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna tell you.
Stay harder. I'm telling you. You
Hard
can't
to read.
sleep on women. You cannot sleep
No doubt.
Read, bro.
No doubt. You gotta
But
try them out.
I've had Stacia on for over an hour. I appreciate your time, Stacia. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me.
You just started the beef tonight too. Thank you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be watching from the sidelines. I'm not getting in it though.
Yes, Stacia. So I mean, you definitely if you wouldn't mind, if you would do us the honor, so maybe even if we if you need to speak to us during the week, or I mean, we usually go Sunday nights at this time, but if you need to speak to us during the week, me and Skywalker and Josh, we're typically we would make time for you during the week if you would like to get on and maybe review a few things.
Yeah. Honestly, like I said, I truly appreciate it because I heard that you guys only do every other week, and you guys kind of made this week for me, so I really do appreciate it. Just getting the media behind me is super important now that I am turning pro. So yeah, follow me on Stacia on Instagram at Stacia the Natural. That's my Instagram, YouTube. Pretty much everything is going to be there. And then, like I said, pro debut July 26th in Atlantic City.
Stacia the Natural. I'm about to follow you right now.
Yep,
Stacia the Natural.
Yes,
hey, that's a good nickname right there.
Thank you. I got it early in my career as an amateur. Someone in my boxing gym was like, "Hey, you're a natural," and it kind of just stuck because growing up, everyone would say I'm a natural athlete, so it just felt natural.
Nice.
Word.
Yes, sir.
So your style, would you say, is there anybody in particular that you say your style is maybe fashioned after, or there's multiple fighters that you've taken things from that? What could the people expect when they watch you fight, other than being about the action?
Yeah, it's hard to say that I'm like any particular fighter. You're really just gonna have to tune in and really see it. But I like to push the pace. I like to come forward. But I can be slick. I can be agile and move in there if I need to, kind of like a Lomachenko or a Floyd Mayweather. But I'm also kind of like a Canelo or a Benavidez. I like to get in there. I like to fight. I like to bang in there. So sometimes my coach has to say, "Hey, you don't got to bang." So I like to give the fans a good show. I like to fight, but at the same time, it's a game of hit and not get hit. So I'm going to show a little bit of everything. My pro debut is going to be a good one. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yes, indeed.
Looking forward to it now. I'm dialed in.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Stacia. Thank you,
Indeed.
everyone.
We thank you.
Cool. Right.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Man, Josh.